Yo, what up, party people? We're gonna do something pretty cool today, and it's called Red Truck Story Time. Not bad for making it up right now. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna tell you about this one time in my red truck when I went on a trip to Yellowstone National Park in the United States of America. Now, this was quite some time ago, probably like 8 to 10 years ago, but your boy Cody here from this little town called Belmont, we'll say. That's where I'm from. And he decided to move all the way over to Calgary, which, as we see, I drove from southern Ontario here all the way down Michigan, up this way, and yeah, probably Minnesota, North Dakota. I was going all the way across here, and I moved to Calgary. So, when I was in Calgary, I worked at Master Control for City TV, and I was kind of like the flex guy, so I would just have my 40 hours every month, and sometimes I would get those 40 hours before the end of the month, and I just had like 5 random days off where I didn't have to work, didn't have to take any vacations. So I think I like took an extra 2 days of vacation maybe, and had a week off. It felt like for free, you know. And so let me show you where I worked first. This is Calgary, and I lived somewhere over here. Took the train in every morning, which is super sick. You could see the mountains. And somewhere down here, where's the train? Train comes in this way on this road, right by the courthouse park, or across from the courthouse park. So, shaboom! I would take the park, and I would go in there. I'd take the train. I would get off here, walk across here, go in there, and then I had 5 days off. I had 5 days off, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come from here in Calgary, and I was like, where can I go? I was trying to figure out where is somewhere I can go that's like within a day's drive. And at this point, I'd already been through Canmore and Banff, been up to Golden, and yeah, been all through the mountains. And this is only like an hour away. So from Calgary to Canmore, basically an hour with good traffic. And so I was like, yeah, it's doing this. I was like looking at maps, and I was like, all right, what's like in the circle, in the radar? Edmonton? Oh fuck, no, let's not go that way. There's nothing good up that way. So I was like, all right, what's south? And I was like, oh, yeah, there's some more mountains down this way. What are these mountains? And then you get into here, to Montana, and then it's kind of like, hey, what's over here? There happens to be Yellowstone National Park. How far away is Yellowstone National Park? I'm just going to have to blur out my address. No one needs to know where I live. Directions from Calgary. Oh, it's only 8 hours? Perfect. That's kind of like within range. It'd take me a day to get there, and a day to get back, obviously. And so then I got 5 or 6 days to muck around and, go see Old Faithful. And then, oh, look, here's happening. I saw Cody, and I was like, it's got to happen. I'm going to Cody. Cody is going to Cody. And so actually I can prove. Let's start there. Why not? I can prove I went to Cody. So I'm gonna go through it this way. You guys, I don't know. This is how it's happening. This was, in Yellowstone or near Yellowstone somewhere. Took my dog Hercules with me. And let's see if we can't find. Oh, see, look. I went there. Cody went to Cody. Cody, Wyoming. Let's see if we can like line up where this picture is. Do you think I can remember where it is? How did I come in here? This is gonna take too long. Fun story. The company I work with, Heliconia, they did an episode of Cody, or in Cody with our TV series Adventure Cities, and that was a moderately interesting time for me. And I don't know, obviously I got to see the episode afterwards when it was done, but like it's cool to see the place I work with just like go where I've been. And especially like, I don't know, my name's Cody, I went to Cody, whatever. And it's a great place. It's right next to Yellowstone, and so they've got lots of accommodations for people who want to experience the Midwest. Is that what you call this? And yeah, a lot of the same terrain. Like this, like right on the doorstep. Look, see, like these are all the mountains and stuff, right, in Cody. So yeah, I took. Let's get back on track here. This is probably the way I went. Look at that, from Calgary to Yellowstone. And I took this way. I took the scenic route, and I was like, I want to go close to the mountains for sure, right? That's more sense. So we took this way. And right here, I took a photo here, and I bookmarked it such a long time ago. But I was driving down here. This is probably like in the first couple hours. Oh yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. So there's this I stopped right here, and I got out, and I was taking some pictures. At the time, I was on my Canon Rebel T3i. Remember those things? Yeah, they were a game changer for video cameras. So let's go see if I can find that photo that I took. Search for photos. Oh, here it is. Okay, so Google Maps. Boom. Here. Bam. There's that photo. That the cottage looks a little different. There's a little blue going on there. I wonder if I could see that. But yeah, look at the perspective difference. We'll go back to Google Maps here. This is what it looks like currently. And is there a little blue cottage down there still? Would have been on that island, right? Looks like it's gone. Got mucked up. I imagine there's some pretty wicked weather right around here. This was actually, yeah, I should mention, in the fall. I went in the fall, like right before it's gonna start snowing. And yeah, I don't know, this looks like it's fall here too. What's the timestamp here? September 2025. Yeah, I went September. I was also here in September. It did look like this. Wow, look at that mountain. That's kind of cool. So yeah, driving through Yellowstone. Driving to Yellowstone. Taking this Highway 89. Let's just drop it down here. I do actually recall now having to split it up into. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Yeah, I drove that. Just imagine me just driving down my red truck right here, and then woo, mountain. Look at that. It's like a big wave. That's sick. That's so sick. I don't remember it at all, but like, I drove on this road and I saw that. How would I not, right? Well, no, because I drove down this way. I was just probably, yeah. I like to kind of go wherever I want to go. I don't let Google Maps tell me where to go. So yeah, I probably came down here, East Glacier Park. I remember coming through here. Nope, because I went through Browning. I probably would have, wanted to keep moseying. I wonder if I just like, what's here? Am I gonna remember driving through here? Yeah, I remember driving through here. This looks like everywhere else I drove. Whatever, yeah, look at this, beautiful. If I recall driving down this road, there was like mist coming off the mountains that way. And I remember. So this was back in the day of like iPods and stuff like that, and so I had my iPod charging, and it had died during this point, but there was no radio. The only radio signals were like these crazy, like religious country music stations, and they were spewing all types of hate. I was just thinking like, this is like public radio waves, and they're saying this garbage on the radio. It's nuts. Oh, so, and I don't exactly remember where this happened. How far are we? Augusta. I probably stopped. I wonder where that was. I don't know. I'll never know. Let's just say it was out here, because this seems right. I don't know, but we'll take a look through some of these photos here now. So as I'm driving along, it's starting to get dark, and I needed to find a place to pull over and sleep. And I had a truck tent on the back of this. Like I would just like pop this up and like pretty easy overnight, or not overnight. Pop it up and sleep in it overnight, like right there in the truck with my dog Herc, who is right there. And so I was looking for a place, but like I don't know, I need a somewhat secure place. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and it's getting dark. There's like not a lot of amenities around. I'm not near any towns or villages, and it's like I gotta make this happen now. I come up on these two guys on the side of the road, and they flag me down asking for help. And so I asked them what they needed, and they said that their truck had died, and they're just away up into the field, and they just need someone to give them a boost. So, you know, good old Canadian boy, I'm like, oh, heck yeah, I'll help you out. And so I got these two guys in the back of my truck, drive into this field. Like you're looking at this. This is where their truck was parked, and you couldn't see it from the road. It was a little bit ways back. But luckily, the two dudes are honest and they were good. But yeah, I don't know. It was a stupid decision to do that. But it turned out in my favor, because then I parked right there, like and I was like, hey, like, do you guys think I can get away with like sleeping right here? And they're like, oh yeah, there's no problem. Like, this crown land right past that fence there, and there's like the crown land. So I was like, all right, that sounds pretty sick. What they didn't tell me was that the next day was opening season for hunting, and so there's a gate right behind that truck. And starting at like 4 a.m, just truck after truck after truck rolls up and opens the gate, closes the gate, and like I hear them get out of the car and get back in, and like there was quite a few, and so I don't know. I just kept sleeping in until about 9. They obviously were all done pretty early anyway because they're hunting, and yeah, I slept there with my dog in the middle of the night, and in the middle of the night, to further this crazy story, there was coyotes, and they were right outside the truck. I heard them howling a little bit further away, but then they kind of stopped, and I think they smelled us. And so me and Herc huddled up in this truck, and we're listening to them, like, kind of sniffing around the truck. And like the next morning, I don't know why I didn't take pictures. That was so dumb. But yeah, there's footprints all around my truck, and there was probably a couple coyotes sniffing us out in the middle of the field. That was crazy. Nothing too crazy happened. As you see there, I got my little camping setup with the camping stove, and I just moseyed on. Kept driving towards Yellowstone. Alright. What happened? So yeah, that was somewhere like out here in the middle of fucking nowhere. And probably came all the way through here. And I wonder where the entrance is. What is going on here? Town? Do I remember this town? I probably would have taken this way in. There's only so many entrances into the park, I'm pretty sure. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Look at that. Why wouldn't you want to go visit that? Well, I was just like trying to put myself in like these people's shoes. Like, this is where you lived, and you lived here for a long time, and that's your house, and you just have a window in the back there, and every day you get to like look at this sick mountain. I live in Southern Ontario. There's not too much that's sick out here. There's a couple of views here and there, but like look at this, 360 views all the way around of just beautiful. What's this? Oh, there must be a lot of backpackers in this area. Did you get some boo-boos in the forest? Do you need to go to the hospital? I was fortunate to not get injured or anything. What's this billboard? Eat, drink, stay, play. Anywho, alright, yeah, so I'm driving down to Yellowstone. This is how I went, probably. Let's take... Oh, I was supposed to... Oh, I see. Well, okay, so here's the next... This is probably where I stayed once. There's a place where I ate ravioli. Yep, so I'm in the park now. Jumping around. And right over here is this rock. And so I pulled over right there. And I jumped on that rock. And I made myself lunch. and it was a can of ravioli. I took it with me, obviously, but I don't know. Yeah, there it is. I sat there, ate lunch, heard something in the bushes over there. I recall now, didn't see anything, but heard something moving around. That's kind of cool. I wonder if I have the park entrance here. Oh, here's by the. Okay, we're jumping all over the place here. When you cross over the border from Alberta to Montana, I think this is Montana's up there. I don't know, whatever. But there's this cool mountain that looks like a popsicle or something coming out of the ground, and that was pretty close after or before this shot. We'll get there. That's Yellowstone. What else? Where's the park shot? Oh yeah, here's the entrance to the park. Cool. Yeah, I was there. I did it. I remember getting this shot on the way there. There was like a little rest area, and this is just inside the park. And I was thinking like, oh nice, I'm in Yellowstone now. I hope I'll get to see bison or buffalo. I'm not sure which when they are. Tell me which one. But and yeah, this was just like I don't know, maybe you can even see it in this park, but you're round a corner and bam, took 3 minutes and I saw them and I was like, great, like cool. They exist. Look at them, they're right there. I can see them. They were quite populous in the park, I would say. Here, I took a cool picture of my tent. That's where I was parked at night, and it was it was foggy and it was getting dark when I came in here, and did not know that I was in the middle of the mountains either. Just didn't know. I don't know. Started snowing on me. There's a cool picture of the buffalo butt, bison butt. Looks kind of neat. And this was also Tower Falls. It says. Well, I don't see half the falls, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. It goes down, obviously. But oh yeah, there's a cool photo. It was it's probably outside of the park. Another photo. This was probably just a spillway on the mountain drives. Gonna have lots of those as water's moving around. Oh yeah, look at this. This is some cool western stuff, some ridges, whatever. This was in this little park where I stopped and took this picture. So like this is looking the other way. If you looked at it, if I spun 180 degrees, you would see this photo. The ridge up there and stuff. Very neat. I think this was also, like if you look to the right here, that waterfall is in the same area. Some hoodoos over there. That's pretty cool to see. And oh yeah, what everyone goes to Yellowstone to see is Old Faithful. And it went off when it said it was going to go off. And it smelled like sulfur. And there was it was very touristy. And there's a lot of oblivious people just walking around. But I don't know, got my photo, got out of there, because yeah, I had to leave Herc in the truck, so I think I walked 5 minutes up to here and back to the parking lot. That's what you gotta do when you got a dog, something like, because yeah, they didn't allow dogs there, but it was like, well, I'm in Yellowstone, I'm not gonna not see the thing. And it was September, it was cool, he probably slept anyway. And yeah, that looks like some foothills around, very cool. Getting into Shoshone National Forest Park, whatever you call it. We had to drive all the way up there, a lot of switchbacks, and we're coming up here, probably up here. Yeah, that was cool to drive. Oh, here's back in the park. What's this thing called? Mammoth Hot Springs. Mammoth Hot Springs. Let's see if we can find that on Google Maps. So yeah, I came in through here. Soda Butte. What's that? Oh, Butte. Just took made out of baking soda, most likely. So probably there's only so many roads. So I'll probably went down into here. What's here? bridge. I think I know what this is. Oh yeah, this was also in the Helicone episode, this bridge. But yeah, I remember pulling it. There's like a scenic view over here, and it was empty, which was great because there's a nice restroom there that I took a big old dump in. Big one. And then when I came out, took a picture of this bridge and that mountain, and that resulted in, hold on, where is it? Where's the bridge photo? In the bridge photo. Yeah, so I just taken a big shit and framed up this nice photo with a mountain up in the corner and a big old truck driving across. That, yeah, so that happened. I think that was in that parking lot. I just took a picture. Saw a jackalope. Well, that's probably not a jackalope. I don't know what it is. Antelope? Antler animal. You tell me what it is. I think it's a jackalope. Based on no prior experience. Yeah, this was way back though. That funny photo. Like, okay, here's a mini story within this story. So I'm just driving along, and me and Herc need a pee break, and I literally just like pull over. This is sometime after the photo with like the cottage and the mountain in the background. I just pull over, and we're taking a pee, and there's no one around. I can see in the roads while Herc's out in this field just kind of sniffing around. And then I'm looking at this post, and it's the 69 post. Just like I pull over, and there's the 69. Crazy, funny, haha, conveniently funny. Yeah, this is somewhere around the park. I don't exactly remember where. There was a sign that was worth taking a picture around, you know. And sorry, Herc was in a pretty hyper mode at this point because we're just driving around, and he had the opportunity to run around and sniff and stuff, and I wanted him to sit for a photo. He wasn't very happy. And what's going on here? Oh, another jackalope. Probably an elk. Herc eating out my oatmeal bowl. And oh yeah, and Cody, this is like my screensaver when I start up my computer all the time. It's just a cool photo. And funny thing, so this is just like in the town of Cody, and it's like there's like a little office here, I think, and just look cool, obviously. But fun fact, 10/31. If you're looking up on the screen there, I'll use my mouth. 10/31 is my birthday. Halloween. 12 happens to be my favorite number. And yeah, Cody stampede my birthday on like their with this going on, that was pretty crazy. That was pretty crazy. Kind of blew my mind a little bit. What else we got going on here? Some more elk. Oh yeah, so I camped here this one night, and this is the night it snowed. Yeah, I was not expecting it to get that cold that quick. It was still mid-September, but I'm in the mountains, right? So it snows in the mountains. I woke up, in the morning, and this elk was just like chilling 20 feet away from us. Oh, this was just a nice day. I think I'm leaving the park at this point. Just a beautiful lake, and there's a nice long road. Oh, is this still those falls? Falls of some sort. That's what I've titled it down here. 10 years ago. Falls of some sort. And I cranked the saturation, because that's pretty green. And that's the fire that I cooked a couple of steaks on the night before. I was trying to do some neat photography. Oh, here. Oh yeah, and you'll recognize this. This is at that park where I took this photo, and the other photo that looks like this. Oh yeah, and this one was here. And here I was being a bit goofy, and I had a big tarp, and I had an idea, and I was like, what if I looked like because it was windy out, so I was like, what if I looked like a superhero? And again, I was trying to pose Herc, and Herc doesn't like posing, so he just looks like he's scared, because I'm just like, Herc, sit down. He didn't understand that I wanted him to stay still, but there's like, look at all this grass, and he just was, I just could let him go out and sniff. And like I said, yeah, it was cold, so like I wasn't really too worried about other animals. Well, I probably didn't think about it. I was pretty reckless back in the day. There's her driving. Pretending to drive. Can't let a dog drive. This was, oh yeah, so this is where that 69 post was. Pretty sure. And there's Herc out there just doing his thing. Another cool shot of my setup on my tailgate. Living the rough life out, driving around wherever I want to go. Got a dog in the passenger seat and some food in the bed. Good to go. Living life. Living life. Hey, look at that Nalgene bottle. I still have that. What else here? Some hot springs. Smelled like sulfur. Looks pretty cool. The Cody Theater. I really gotta go back there. What is my... Oh, got some engine oil. My bucket system. I love my buckets. Gotta have buckets of stuff, you know. And we already looked at that picture of mammoth. Cute little photo of me and Herc. I was a lot fatter back then. Look at my cheeks. I was pretty greasy too. That's me after a day or two of not showering. Just traveling around. And yeah, so I'm getting into Shoshone National Park now. Do I have a picture of that? I'm pretty sure I took a picture of that. I did. Entering U.S. Shoshone National Forest. That's a lot of sh. You are entering U.S. Shoshone National Forest. U.S. Department of Agriculture. Yeah, just a cool sign. And yeah, I'd only ever really seen like these kind of landscapes in movies, and it was like just very, very unique. It's beautiful. I loved it so much. I'd go back in a heartbeat if I could. I miss the mountains. I miss traveling. Hopefully I'll do that soon. Go back out to Newfoundland. Alright, so it's been a minute, 27 minutes. I've been talking for 27 minutes. Oh god, I gotta shorten this down. I don't know. Did you watch the whole thing? 30 minutes of me fucking zoppity dooping around Google Maps and showing you where I went and did stuff. Oh, anywho, alright. Cool beans. I hope you liked that. If you did, comment below. Tell me what you want to see. I got some other trips that I can show you guys eventually too. But yeah, at the time I was taking photos because I really like taking photos. If I'd only taken videos, would have been a different. I don't know. I could have had a whole YouTube video of me. That would have been trippy. 10 years ago. Anyway. Well, that concludes my story about my time that I went to Yellowstone National Park. Bye!
Vroom, vroom, motherfucker.
That was crazy. Nothing too crazy happened.